Hi there, this is Kate Betty, the LG CreateBoard Specialist, and today we're going to be talking about the different ways you can share your screen or the CreateBoard screen to your PC. So the very first one is super simple. You're just going to go down to these little buttons here on the right-hand corner of the screen, and you can just wire right in. So you have your USB-C cord that is touch-enabled, touch-back, and it will actually deliver power to your device as well. If you don't have a USB-C, the next option is the HDMI cable. So we do have an HDMI input right there in the front that you can plug right into. If you want to be able to touch with that HDMI and have touch capability, there's a touch cord that you can plug into your PC or device and then plug into the board as well. So for HDMI, you need both cords, but for the USB-C, the one cord does everything for you. Well, what if you don't want to wire in and you want to do some casting? LG does have share capabilities, a great LG Share Cast app. So today we're going to take a look at how to cast your PC device to the LG CreateBoard. We're going to look at what that looks like on the PC and get you familiar with our little website that will help you connect. And then we're going to take a look at the settings on the CreateBoard themselves and see what your options are to be able to do that. So let's take a look at how to do that. LGCreateboard.com. And you're seeing that I have two parts to this particular website. The left is an input connection code and the right are the local installers for actual downloading of the apps. So we're going to talk about both of those, but let's talk about the input connection code first. When I put in the code that's on my screen, so I'm going to go ahead and do that right now, it's going to connect and it's going to give me two options. Now these two options are to mirror my screen to the CreateBoard or mirror the CreateBoard to my laptop. Now, why would I want to do either? So mirroring this, my laptop to the CreateBoard enables me to be able to present and to collaborate with the people in the room without any cords, and my laptop can be anywhere in the room. You know, it's very seamless to be able to do that. Anyone could do that at any point, and there is no need to be on the same Wi-Fi network or anything. So you could have a guest come into your organization and connect right away. Now, why would you want to mirror the CreateBoard to your PC or your laptop? Well, this is great for a video call. So if you're on a Teams meeting, for instance, and you want the people who may not be in the room to be able to see what's happening on the CreateBoard, you can actually mirror that CreateBoard to the PC and then share that window to the Teams call. So then everyone can see what's happening on the call and they can collaborate just as much. All right, now, why would you want to download? While these guys, you can connect and display, but it's display only, it doesn't allow touch. When you download our app, it actually will also enable the option to be able to touch the board and manipulate the board or the PC from each other. So if you're on a Windows device, you can download this Windows app and you're going to launch it just the same exact way and put the code exactly the same way we just did. But now I'll be able to enable touch and actually when I touch the CreateBoard, I'll be touching the PC screen as well, essentially, and being able to manipulate the PC screen and vice versa. So those are the two ways to be able to use the share.lgcreateboard.com website and connecting that with your PC. Now let's take a look at what all of that share looks like on the CreateBoard itself and some of the settings that you can use that are going to be optional for you. Okay, now that we've seen how to connect the PC to the CreateBoard, let's take a look at what the CreateBoard settings are. So to enable the share feature on the CreateBoard, I'm just going to tap the little black code that's at the top. Now, if you cannot find that code, you'll just go to the side menu here, go to Applications, and then just scroll down to Share, and you'll be able to access it the same way. Now, this is the code. It's up there in the black box, and it's down here in the green box. This is the code that the person would use to be able to connect, whether they're using the app or the website. Now, there are a few options. One thing is if you want to be able to have people connect and not be on the same Wi-Fi network, you want to make sure that webcast is toggled on here. So make sure that that is toggled on if you don't want to have somebody join your own network or they're on a different network. Now you're seeing here that I do have a device that's connected right now. I can choose to take that device off if I want. If I had, 5 or 6 devices up here, there might be some options depending on if if they've joined by the app or the browser. So if they've joined by the app, there would be an option to be able to allow them to touch the screen. And if they've joined by the browser, there's a few less options. Now in the menu option, we do have some settings. You're going to want to play around with these, and make the decisions based on your own organizational policies. And then IT is going to make sure that you've got all of the screen sharing things on and configured the way that your network is going to be configured. Down here under general though, this is where you can change the device name to something else so that it's easily discoverable. So if you have more than one CreateBoard in different rooms in your organization, you may want to choose to change the name of the CreateBoards themselves to maybe those room names or those people's names. My code is set to refresh every 10 minutes, but you can go longer than that or even choose never. So it's always just the same code for the room all the time. It's something that maybe can even be printed on a little display around the room for people to be able to join. The floating window size does relate to the little black box that's up here at the top. So I have it on normal size right now, which does show the code. If I go to mini size, it means it removes the code, so it's not very visible, but still gives me the quick access to be able to tap that black box. If I tap close, it means it literally disappears, and you access it again through the application, scroll down to setting or share, and then go ahead and bring that back up again. So I'm going to put that back to normal for myself. And then screen. So you can, if you're using the app version, you can bring in more than 2 or 3 or 4 screens and have kind of a Brady Bunch style if you choose to. Now, if you're using the browser version, only 2 screens can come in at the same time. But basically, it just means that you can actually have 2 screens projected on the board at the same time and see live action what's happening on those screens. So that's it for the settings for share. They're pretty easy. You're just going to want to make sure that you've got that webcast turned on for different Wi-Fi networks. Change in the settings the way you want them to set. And then when you go to your device and try to connect, it should work very, very seamlessly.